Hi everybody, this is Dino and Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and we got one question today for an Answer Questions episode, so let's get right to it. Alright, Alvaro from Brooklyn, New York City, and New York, who actually asked, which do you like better, Discovery Channel, or History Channel, or BBC? Give me the least favorite, and the second favorite, and your very favorite. Well, this is actually a very interesting question, because, basically, I actually do like, basically most of those channels, but I haven't watched Discovery Channel in like a few years due to the fact that I did not like the direction that they were going in the first place when they actually started doing all those reality shows. I didn't like that. I thought that was actually trying to kind of catch up to like the other like cable channels to be favored and also be watched a little bit more by like people that aren't really that big into science. So basically, I think that's probably a big step back. But even though I think, but at least the new president of Discovery Channel has made it clear that he's going to get rid of anything that is actually related to reality shows and all that kind of stuff. So probably, hopefully, he actually can bring up some good subjects to some good shows, and hopefully he can actually bring back Shark Week as it usually is. Is basically learn about sharks instead of making like mockumentaries like that Megalodon mockumentary. That was terrible. I would say that probably well, I wouldn't say Discovery Channel's my least favorite. I would actually say that it's probably tied for my second favorite. His History Channel don't watch very much that often. I would probably say that's my least favorite. Considering that it's a little bit too much on human history, but even though they do have prehistory stuff that they do a little bit, like I did like Jurassic Fight Club. Jurassic Fight Club was an awesome show, and thank Dinosaur George for that, and and probably BBC. I mean, you could say it's kind of right up there. I mean, I would say it's my second favorite. Tied with my second favorite, along with Discovery Channel. But I would probably say my favorite is National Geographic. National Geographic is getting better and better almost every year in terms of paleontological shows, and I think they're probably going to actually, because since one of the past weekends, they actually did like a huge homage to Jurassic World by actually doing like a bunch of dinosaur shows in one weekend, and I actually appreciate that a lot more, as basically that people were interested in Jurassic World, and basically dinosaur shows were probably gonna start becoming big again, so that would actually be awesome. And I would say that with National Geographic, they are really pushing to being a little bit more accurate this time with their dinosaurs, because in the past they haven't really done that great with some of their dinosaurs, because like their Tyrannosaurus Rex at one point had like a pointed nose instead of like a U-shaped nose like it is on the skeleton in most artist renditions. I would actually say that probably that they actually gotten a lot better every year, and I would say that National Geographic is actually my favorite channel of all time in terms of dinosaur documentaries. They're actually getting better and better every year, and then that's what I like about them. And they're actually, I mean, the Cosmos, that was a brilliant show. I loved that show. I think that was a cool show. Not only was it based on like more astrological viewing of it, but it was kind of some of the geology stuff was in there, and that's what I like about it, is that they talked about extinctions, the history of the earth, history of life, which is great, and that's what I loved about it. And since the past year they actually had that show called Bigger Than T-Rex. It was also shown on PBS. It was basically about Spinosaurus and like what the new Spinosaurus actually is, instead of actually like the version that we used to see in it, like having these really big legs and making it like really tall and thinking like it could be 20 feet tall and all that kind of stuff. But now, since that Spinosaurus is actually more probably say 14-15 feet tall in terms of basically standing on like all four limbs, considering that if you count the sail, that would actually be probably pretty close to 14 to 15 feet tall, and I mean that's pretty good. It's almost T-Rex size, and so that's pretty cool. And I think that's pretty cool. And so I would say that they're getting better every year in terms of actually bringing up paleontological shows, and that's what I love about them. Discovery Channel, hopefully they can get back to some paleontological shows at some point. Even if a reality show about how paleontologists actually work on the field, I mean that'll be great as well. But hopefully they can get back to their original way with back in the 90s. Back in the 90s they actually had a bunch of shows, and pretty much I'd say that if they go back to what they were in the 90s, I would say that they would actually make a better stride in terms of people that actually love science, and hopefully that can actually do a lot better. BBC is getting really good in terms of their shows. History Channel, I don't really see them actually doing another dinosaur show at any point, because I think most of their audience is probably saying why are you talking about paleontology? It's not part of history. But even though I would say that History Channel, not so much. I mean, there's some interesting shows on there, but I would say that they're not my type of shows to watch that much. But hopefully Discovery Channel gets better, and I think BBC is going in the right direction, and also National Geographic is actually basically my favorite channel to actually watch a bunch of paleontological stuff and geology stuff. All right, that's it for now. No, next week will be a special episode. So we already got 2 dinosaurs already, so that's great. So the 2 dinosaurs that we'll be talking about, I will actually talk about them in next week. So they'll be pretty cool. The dinosaurs, if I remember correctly. One person has actually asked for Mimi, an armored dinosaur, which I haven't talked about as many armored dinosaurs as I should, but hopefully that could actually be fixed this time, and I like to see some armored dinosaurs to be on the show a little bit more, and hopefully, and I can't remember what the other dinosaur name was. Sorry about that, but Mimi is one of the dinosaurs, and so. But anyway, also feel free to send me any questions at all about dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life. Feel free to email me at dinochris71@gmail.com, or otherwise you can go on the Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, you can actually post the questions in the comment section on any Facebook post. And remember, keep your questions short and to the point. That way I can actually understand it. And also, any of you that are on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at CSGRALL. That's my Twitter page, and I post pretty cool stuff there. And also, take care of the people around you. And also, for younger people out there, make sure to listen to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. Those are the best motivators you can have for good education. It's very important to have a good education, because with a good education, you get a good job in the future. All right, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week.